Good afternoon. Today is March 18, 2025. This is KPVU-TV's Panther News Network, and I'm your host, Zakaria Mehn.
And I'm Cohen Parker, and here's what's happening today.
In breaking news, a pivotal move toward resolving the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin are currently engaged in a high-stakes phone call. The discussion centers on implementing a U.S. proposed 30-day ceasefire, aiming to pave the way for a permanent peace agreement. The White House reports that the call, which commenced at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, is progressing positively. Ukraine has already consented to the ceasefire, marking a significant step in Europe's most intense conflict since World War II. The international community watches closely, hopefully that this dialogue will lead to a lasting resolution and end the immense human suffering endured over the past 3 years. If successful, this could mark the most significant diplomatic breakthrough of Trump's presidency. However, critics argue that the past negotiations with Putin have yielded little, leaving uncertainty about the true impact of today's discussions.
Tuning into our breaking news, President Donald Trump has announced that tens and thousands of pages of the JFK assassination files will be released to the public Tuesday. President Trump, who was speaking at the Kennedy Center Monday, stated, "People have been waiting decades for this, approximately 80,000 pages. I said during the campaign that I'd do it, and I'm a man of my word." This past month, the FBI said it discovered around 2,400 records related to the assassination during a search stemming from Trump's executive action ordering files related to the 1963 killing to be declassified. The FBI started in February transferring files to the National Archives and Records Administration to be included in the ongoing declassification process. In the first week of the office, President Trump signed an executive order that called for the declassification of these files and also those related to the assassinations of his brother, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and civil rights icon Martin Luther King Jr. This order gave the Director of National Intelligence and Attorney General 15 days to present a plan to the President for the full and complete release of records related to Kennedy's assassination. In 1992, Congress enacted the President John F. Kennedy Assassination Record Collection Act, in which required all assassination-related material to be kept in a single collection within the National Archives and be publicly released. This law had given federal agencies 25 years to process and disclose the documents with exceptions. The collection of National Archives has more than 5 million pages of records.
In an inspiring story from a Prairie View A&M University senior, Nia McNeil is making significant strides in both technology and academia. Majoring in computer science with a concentration in cybersecurity, McNeil has distinguished herself as a leader on campus. She currently serves as the Honors Program Chairperson and held the esteemed title of Miss Prairie View A&M University for the 2023-2024 academic year. McNeil's journey into the tech world began unexpectedly during her childhood as she tinkered with her mother's BlackBerry during long church services. This early curiosity evolved into a passion for technology, leading her to pursue a career in the field. Beyond her academic and leadership roles, McNeil has been actively involved in the initiatives aimed at empowering young women in STEM. She has participated in mentorship programs and workshops designed to inspire the next generation of female tech enthusiasts. As she approaches graduation, McNeil reflects on her journey with gratitude for the opportunities and support she has received at Prairie View. She plans to continue her work in cybersecurity, aiming to make impactful contributions to the tech industry while serving as a role model for aspiring young women in STEM. Her story exemplifies the spirit of dedication and excellence at Prairie View A&M University, highlighting the profound impact of nurturing talent and leadership within the academic community.
Now looking into our local news, this past weekend was active for wildfires in the state with over 30 reported across Texas. Gusty winds, dry air, and drought conditions were key factors in which allowed even what could have been controlled burns to spread in parts of the state. 4 small wildfires occurred in southeast Texas in Brazoria Park, Polk, Walker, and Harris counties. All was less than 20 acres in size and continued rather quickly. Monday afternoon, the KTRK-13 Sky Eye flew over the burn area in West Harris County. The Texas A&M Forest Service tells ABC-13 the cause of this fire was a debris burn that spread in gusty winds. The fire had jumped from the prescribed burn area across the fence and into nearby grassy area. For starters, March is one of the last winter months in Southeast Texas, transitioning from winter to spring. With that being said, Tuesday is one of those days with a higher risk for wildfires across the state, including parts of Southeast Texas. For more of the story, follow Elise Smith on Facebook, X, and Instagram. Stay safe, Houstonians.
This is Panther News Network. Please stay tuned as we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Thank you guys for staying with us. Here's your remaining news for the day.
In HBCU news, a recent study conducted by the University of Michigan School of Public Health in collaboration with the United Negro College Fund, also known as UNCF, reveals that students at HBCUs exhibit stronger mental health outcomes compared to their peers at other institutions. The research indicates that 45% of HBCU students are flourishing mentally, surpassing the national average of 36% and 38% among Black students at predominantly white institutions, also known as PWIs. Additionally, 83% of HBCU students report a strong sense of belonging on campus compared to the 73% nationally, suggesting that the supportive environment at HBCUs plays a crucial role in student well-being. The study credits the strong campus culture, close faculty relationships, and community-oriented approach at HBCUs for fostering better mental health outcomes. However, it also highlights challenges such as higher perceived stigma around mental health treatment and significant financial stress impacting student well-being. Researchers emphasize the need for increased mental health resources and financial aid programs to further support HBCU students. As the conversation on student mental health grows nationwide, these findings reinforce the importance of culturally affirming spaces in higher education.
Some more HBCU news for the mind. Morgan State University has decided to participate in the House v. NCAA settlement, which aims to rectify previous disparities in student-athlete compensation. MSU's Board of Regents has approved of the institution's participation in the House v. NCAA settlement. In this groundbreaking achievement, it's valued over $2.7 billion, addressing restrictive policies previously limiting college athletes' ability to profit from their name, image, and likeness before the NCAA updated its regulations in 2021. David K. Wilson, president of MSU, stated, "Morgan's decision to opt into the House v. NCAA settlement reflects our unwavering commitment to student-athlete success and our proactive approach to navigating the evolving landscape of collegiate athletics. With full support of our Board of Regents, we believe this decision is in the best interest of our institution, ensuring compliance, stability, and new opportunities for our student athletes moving forward." In the participation of Morgan State, sharing plan and immunity from future lawsuits and direct fund of student athletes are two main benefits of the university's participation. Morgan State will contribute $231,227 to the settlement fund in this commitment. Dana Freeman Patton, Vice President and Director of Intercollegiate Athletics at MSU, issued a statement saying, "Opting ensures that we remain competitive while continuing to prioritize the well-being and success of our student athletes. This decision allows us to leverage institutional resources strategically, invest in our programs, and create pathways for financial support beyond traditional NIL opportunities. Ultimately, this strengthens our ability to recruit, retain, and support the next generation of Morgan Bear athletes." Other Division I schools with inclusion in Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference had until March 1st to decide. The decision that Morgan State is making shows resilience, improvement, and hope for the program.
In entertainment news, last night was the 2025 iHeartRadio Music Awards, hosted by the one and only LL Cool J at Dolby Theaters. It was the 12th annual award ceremony as all the artists come together and celebrate what they've accomplished and the wonderful music from 2024. Let's now take this time to congratulate all of our amazing artists of color and what award they have taken home. R&B Artist of the Year goes to snooze singer SZA, as it was a very hard vote between her, Money Long, Usher, Chris Brown, and Victoria Monet. Alfredo Flores takes home Tour Photographer of the Year, as he was the photographer for Sabrina Carpenter's Short and Sweet Tour. Kendrick Lamar's song Not Like Us is the Hip Hop Song of the Year, as Like That by Future and Kendrick, TGIF by Glorilla, and more were the nominations. Made for Me, the song by Money Long, takes home R&B Song of the Year. The song competed with I See You by Coco Jones, Water by Tyla, and Sensational by Chris Brown, Davido, and Lil J. Glorilla is your hip-hop artist of the year, as the Memphis Queen had a very tough lineup of rappers to go up against, artists being Drake, Travis Scott, Future, and Kendrick Lamar. Congratulations to new country artist of the year, Shaboozey, as the Virginia-born artist also cashed in the Billboard Top Country Song of the Year. Usher takes home the R&B Album of the Year with Coming Home. Dallas native Forbats is the new R&B Artist of the Year, as he was the mastermind of song hit Act 2, Date at 8. Icon of the Year goes to Mariah Carey, as the Landmark of the Year goes to Nelly. Hip Hop Album of the Year goes to We Don't Trust You, as Future and Metro Boomin were the artists of this masterpiece. Our World Artist of the Year goes to Tyla, as she had to compete with Burna Boy, Central C, and other global talents. The Movie Soundtrack of the Year goes to Wicked, as Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande took home the prize. Last but not least, Bossman D-Lo is the new Hip Hop Artist of the Year, as Mr. Too Slippery had tough competition going up against Big X The Plug, Cash Cobain, and other talented rappers. For more of the list, go to iHeartRadio.com. Again, congratulations to all of our artists of color, and please keep up the good work.
That is your news segment for today. Please keep watching Panther News for the rest of our segments. But first, here's the weather. Take it away.
All right, Prairie View, grab your sunglasses, your umbrella, and maybe a light jacket, because this week's weather is throwing a little bit of everything at us. Mother Nature clearly can't make up her mind, so stay prepared. I'm Kazadi Evans, and here's your weather forecast update. Today and Wednesday will mostly sunny with highs around 80 and mild nights in the upper 50s. A cold front is expected to move in on Wednesday night, bringing breezy conditions and dropping temperatures on Thursday with high near 70 and lows dipping into the mild 40s. By Friday, sunshine returns and temperatures gradually rise through the weekend, reaching lows 80s. By Saturday, Sunday may bring increased cloud cover with a slight chance of afternoon thunderstorms, so keep an eye on the forecast if you have outdoor plans. And that is your Prairie View forecast, where the weather changes faster than your weekend plans. Stay prepared, stay stylish, and maybe keep an umbrella on handy, just in case.
Good evening. My name is Chloe Stubblefield, and this is I Have a Bone to Pick, where we address issues affecting our student life here at Prairie View A&M University. Tonight, we're talking about something that affects every student on this campus: mental health. College is stressful. Between classes, work, financial struggles, and just trying to survive adulthood, students have a lot on their plates. But here's the thing. PV actually offers free mental health services through the Owens Franklin Health Center. But the problem? A lot of students have no idea these services even exist. Let's be real, mental health isn't always talked about as much as it should be, especially in college. Sure, we have final stress events with Kool-Aid and coloring books, but what about real ongoing mental health care? PVAMU actually has licensed counselors available to help students with anxiety, depression, stress management, and much more. But if you ask the average student about it, chances are they never heard of it. Why? Because there's barely any promotion. You don't see flyers everywhere, professors don't mention it, and unless you dig through the school's website, you wouldn't even know it's an option. And speaking honestly, when students are overwhelmed, the last thing they have time to do is to hunt for resources. That should already be clear. And even when students do find out about the services, there's still a stigma. Many students feel like therapy is only for people with serious problems, or that they should just tough it out. But mental health care isn't just for crisis situations. It's for maintenance, stress relief, and just having someone to talk to. If we can go to the health center for a cold, why not for our mental well-being? So, what needs to change? First, PV needs to do a better job at promoting these resources. Send out emails, put up signs in classrooms and dorms. Make sure every freshman hears about it at orientation. Second, let's normalize mental health care. It's okay to ask for help, and students shouldn't feel like they have to suffer in silence. Finally, students, spread the word. If you know about these services, tell a friend. You never know who might need it. PVAMU has the resources. We just need to make sure students know they exist. My name is Chloe Stubblefield, and this has been A Bone to Pick. Take care of yourselves, PV, because your mental health matters.
Hello, my name is Justin Lewis, and this is your For the Culture segment. Let's talk about Prairie View A&M football. What a time to be alive. Our guys rocking the purple and gold take over the swag by the storm, no pun intended. As we enter spring ball, let's take time to learn about the history of our football team. This king of topic, we will discuss his legacy journey and the obstacles he went through to become a Prairie View legend. William J. Nix was born on August 2nd, 1905 in Griffin, Georgia. He attended Morris Brown High School and Morris Brown College in Atlanta. In college, he was a two-way player, playing defensive end and halfback, and was the team punter. So really, three-way. Also, he was a basketball, baseball, and track star at the college as well. After 1 year of coaching Washington High School in Atlanta, Georgia, he moved to Morris Brown College to become the head coach and principal from 1930 to 35. 1937 to 39, and 1941 to 42. His overall record was 66, 22, 13, as he led the team to the 1941 Pittsburgh Counter Black College National Championship. The next year, he moved on to be the USO director at Fort Stewart in Georgia, then at Tuskegee Army Air Base. 2 years later, from 1945 to 47, he became the head coach of Prairie View. He had to step away for some time before coming back in 1952. During that time, his overall record can be considered historical, having a 111-27-5 record, having 8 SWAG conference championships and 5 HBCU championships. 15 players that he recruited have gone to the NFL. One of those notable players were NFL Hall of Famer Kenny Houston, as well as AFL standout Otis Taylor. After football, Hicks served as the director of athletic and coached basketball and baseball. In 1975, he was named director of Parks and Recreation for the city of Houston and held the position until 1984. In 1964, Nix was honored with Billy Nix Day and the Prairie View A&M Athletic Complex in 1988. He peacefully passed away on November 2nd in 1999 in Houston, Texas. Trailblazer is an understatement. Honestly, words can't describe how thankful we are to his contributions. All that can be said is thank you, Coach Nix, and rest in power. Thank you for watching. I'm Justin Lewis, and this is For the Culture.
That concludes our show for today. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at KPVU-TV. This is Panther News Network. I'm your host, Zakaria Mehn.
And I'm Cohen Parker. Have a great day, and we'll see you guys next time.